Majulah Singapura. Majulah Singapura. Majulah Singapura. 大家晚上好，让我们再回来为您服务，丰益东洲，共创未来。各位乡亲朋友，兄弟姐妹，我们Aljunied GRC， 自己kaki nang engkai GT PAP， 感謝各位。எனது அன்பு சகோதரர்களே, எனக்கு உங்களை பார்க்க ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் தான். உங்கள் ஆதரவு எங்களுக்கு தேவை. மக்கள் செயல் கட்சிக்கு வாக்கு அளித்துங்கள். Fellow Singaporeans, voters and residents of Aljunied GRC, how do you feel tonight? You feel good? I feel good too. You know, I have been an MP for 14 years and the last 10 years in Aljunied GRC. And now, we also like to welcome our fellow Singaporeans from Kaki Bukit to join us in the greater Aljunied family. Welcome, Kaki Bukit. You know, politics and serving the people has been a very fulfilling experience for me. And the highlight of being an MP is the work on the ground, meeting and interacting with all residents living here. Indeed, I've been doing exactly 10 years in Aljunied GRC. I meet all people from all walks of life, and in recent years, I've noticed greater interest from the younger generation in what is going on in politics and the community, and this makes me happy. Recently, at one of my walkabouts in Bedok Reservoir, I met a mother and a daughter in Yunus Mansion. The mother was very happy to see us and appreciative of government's hard work. She said, please work hard, make sure that you come back and serve us. PAP must come back. But in the mother's presence, the daughter was very respectful and agreed with the mother. And so I thought that everything was okay. But after finishing the visit and I was on the way out, the daughter came out rushing and stopped me. She started asking many questions and raising issues. Issues that had clearly been on her mind. Issues such as transparency and cost of living. Some of these are hot issues in this year's election. It is good to hear Singaporeans being concerned, thinking of how things can be improved. You know, speaking of her, reminded me about myself when I was her age. When I was much younger, there were likewise many challenges faced by Singapore: job creation, standard of living, education, racial integration and harmony. I will never forget the racial riots in the 60s. I had to cling onto a moving taxi to get away from the riots and barely escape. This left an imprint on my mind and on my psyche, and I want to work as hard as I can to make sure that we live in harmony forever. And this experience has inspired me to overcome issues concerning integration and racial harmony, and it inspires me till today. A lot has been done then also. There were no national programs or self-help groups dedicated to helping the minority races, and the efforts of grassroots organizations were not that coordinated. But there were community spirit individuals and leaders who I look up to and work with, including people like Cikgu Syed Sanif, Haji Yaakob Muhammad, Cik Manso, and many others. We all had the passion. I had the ideas and benefited much from their wisdom and experience. That is how our society progresses and grows, with a meeting of minds. No matter how old you are, no matter where you hail from, everyone can play a part, so long as you do it in the right spirit, for the people and for Singapore. You hear that? For the people and for Singapore. Now, I have been involved in many aspects of community service for the Malay community. I've seen and been involved firsthand in the many programs which have benefited the Malay community. Berita Harian, Mendaki, MUIS, and even when I was mayor of the Northeast CDC, I could see the challenges firsthand up front, in the front row seat. And recently, I heard some opposition candidates, Pritam Singh, Faisal, commenting on the progress of the Malay community. And Pritam cited one statistic claiming lack of progress. I am really saddened by this kind of comments. The Malay community across all levels have made significant progress over the years. Do you know the proportion of Malay students now going on to a tertiary education had tripled since the 1990s? Triple! And the proportion of Malays who are employed as PMATs had almost quadrupled in the last 30 years. Is that not progress? Wake up, Mr. Pritam Singh. There are many Malay Muslim organizations like Pertapis, Jamia, Mendaki, PPRS, MUIS, LBKM, and AMP, and only to name a few, that have been part of the community effort to improve the lives of the Malays and Muslims in terms of studies, employability, family, and marriage. There are also individuals within the Malay Muslim community that have dedicated their lives to this cause. Why is there a need to belittle the efforts of these organizations and the community leaders and the community at large? I can't understand lah. Tak faham lah. Teruk, susah. Kalau ada orang macam ini, susah sekali. These organizations are ready and willing and have for many years been working hand in hand through self-help and with the government to implement plans, long-term plans, to systematically address issues affecting the Malay Muslim community. These programs and plans are constantly being reviewed, always evolving, always improved, because we understand that even as we advance, Singapore and the world are not standing still. We know we need to adapt, and there are always new challenges, but we will face them squarely and face them together as a community. If the Workers' Party think that there is a quick fix to solve everything, then I think that they are being naive and should think again. Mr. Pritam Singh, listen to us. A community leadership forum was organized recently involving hundreds of Malay Muslim youth, all willing to share and be part of this process. The consultation and discussion among the youth alone lasted months. With this injection of fresh ideas from the Malay Muslim youth, no less than 10 new promising projects were launched for students, teenagers, youth, and Malay groups. This is the way we want to go. We are committed to this cause, and we will succeed. We want the Malay community to progress and live in harmony with our friends of all ethnic communities. This is what Singapore is all about. The Malay community is an integral part of our Singapore community. The Malay community's success is also Singapore's success. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian, saya akan sambung lagi dalam bahasa Melayu. Tunggu ya. Terima kasih.